I see why you mad, you ain't swaggin' like this. Police in my whip, must be thought I had bricks. Say I wouldn't make it, but it's happening quick. Hating on me now, when I ain't got shit, you better let me get rich, rich. You better let me get rich, rich. You better let me get rich. Hating on me now, when I ain't got shit, you better let me get rich.
Then go ahead and make a wish. Put that on my life, they better not let me get rich. Stayed in the game, boy, I never rode the bench. All the people I'ma shit on, I done made me a list. Especially the DJs who don't wanna play my shit. And deep inside they heart, man, they know that it's a hit. Soon as you do it, then they all on your dick. When I was down bad, I couldn't get 50 cents. Got the city buzzing hard like camouflage did. Police on my hood, run like we was moving bricks. Whole damn task force know we off the hinge. And from the day I started this, I knew I was gon' win.
I see why you mad, you ain't swaggin' like this. Police in my whip, must be thought I had bricks. Say I wouldn't make it, but it's happening quick. Hating on me now, when I ain't got shit, you better let me get rich, rich. You better let me get rich, rich. You better let me get rich. Hating on me now, when I ain't got shit, you better let me get rich.
And you super duper not.
I see why you mad, you ain't swaggin' like this. Police in my whip, must be thought I had bricks. Say I wouldn't make it, but it's happening quick. Hating on me now, when I ain't got shit, you better let me get rich, rich. You better let me get rich, rich. You better let me get rich. Hating on me now, when I ain't got shit, you better let me get rich.
Then go ahead and make a wish. Put that on my life, they better not let me get rich. Stayed in the game, boy, I never rode the bench. All the people I'ma shit on, I done made me a list. Especially the DJs who don't wanna play my shit. And deep inside they heart, man, they know that it's a hit. Soon as you do it, then they all on your dick. When I was down bad, I couldn't get 50 cents. Got the city buzzing hard like camouflage did. Police on my hood, run like we was moving bricks. Whole damn task force know we off the hinge. And from the day I started this, I knew I was gon' win.
I see why you mad, you ain't swaggin' like this. Police in my whip, must be thought I had bricks. Say I wouldn't make it, but it's happening quick. Hating on me now, when I ain't got shit, you better let me get rich, rich. You better let me get rich, rich. You better let me get rich. Hating on me now, when I ain't got shit, you better let me get rich.
Hey, everybody! What's going on?
Hi, everyone.
Hey, y'all! What's going on?
Well,
What's going on, young
Bernard.
lady?
Bernard, for some reason, when they go live, they go to click.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see something. Hold on. Dang.
Yeah, see whether that'll help.
Hold
For
on.
some,
Let's see.
it was fine until we went live. When we went live, it went to clicking.
I know it.
unplug it.
Huh?
Oh, that sounds
Hold on,
better.
Brandy. Hold on.
That sound better.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we hear you
You
great, and
still?
then ain't no more clicking.
No more
Oh,
clicking.
I got the headphone on there, which is good.
Okay, okay, okay. That's what we
Hey,
need.
hey, hey, I'm ready now.
Yeah, I
So
don't know
now I
where
know what it
Charlie
is.
Brown at. Charlie Brown, you know, he want to be like Air, so he might be holding out for contract negotiations this week.
He should have got that figured out before he should have already got that figured out.
No, he want to send me a message. Charlie, where are you? Where are you, Charlie Brown? You better come on. It's a lot of
Well,
talking to do tonight. We got a hot subject up. Well, first, let me tell y'all and welcome y'all to the platform. We got a lot to talk about tonight. I want to say hello way out there in Houston to Sandra McKeithen.
hi everybody.
Hey,
Want to say
Sonya.
in A-Town, Atlanta, Georgia, my big partner, my homeboy, my baby brother, hey, one of my best friends in the world, Bernard
Yeah.
Brown.
Hey, America. Hey, America. Hey, y'all.
Okay, okay. We got
Yeah.
Cecilia watching. We got Alan watching. Hey, Alan. We was at the food drive today with Morris Pollard. Man, we put out some food today. All that food we was giving away at Beach High School. We didn't
Yeah.
advertise it good enough because I had people calling me crying that I didn't tell them about it. But hey, I can't do it all. I was busy. So we're going to get it all together. We got Malvise. Hey, what's up, Malvise? Good evening.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all
Y'all did a good job, though.
share. Y'all share, and get everybody in here to watch this here. We got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah,
Um,
we need to talk
and
about this gerrymandering that's about to go on.
yeah, we got some of that to
Yeah.
talk about also.
We about to have the blues. I'm telling you.
In
Man,
Texas,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
We about to have the blues, man. Um, everybody that
I,
was sleeping on this census.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know, you get to a point, and I want to say this here, man, you get to a point where you know, you get tired and you try to, you try to watch what you say as much as you can. But when you being bullied, when you being killed, when you being mistreated, hey, the gloves is off then. The glove is off. I mean,
yeah,
I'm tired. I always say, I am so tired of being tired.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's something.
I,
It's
I'm
You
something.
know,
exhausted.
yeah,
I'm exhausted across the board. You know, from everything. I
yeah,
mean, I'm main what's her name? Mamie Lou Hamer. I'm Mamie Lou Hamer tired. You know,
yeah,
I mean, I never thought that I could just be Mamie Lou Hamer tired,
yeah,
but
Well,
I understand how
you made me Lou Hamer tired.
I understand how tired that is now because when you've been persecuted for so long and
hmm,
it just seemed like they're trying to get the upper hand all the time,
yeah,
you know, all the time. They're always finding a way, to get the upper hand,
yeah.
you know, and uh, we
Some,
allow it
yeah. Sometimes when
because we don't
people,
Go
no,
ahead.
go ahead, dear.
we don't speak loud enough and we don't speak long enough. You know,
Hmm,
that's the problem. We don't speak loud enough because we are a passive people.
hmm,
We're too forgiving.
hmm,
And
yeah,
then we don't speak long enough because we protest for 2, maybe 3 weeks when from the persecution that we have been through in this United States of America, we should be protesting about something every day of the week, you know, from uh, from the fact that we don't have access to capital to build our businesses, to the fact that our men are being shot down, you know, just being in they driveway or in their mother's backyard. You know, I mean, we have so many reasons why 365 days of the year we should have a protest going on. I'm just saying. But go
Now
ahead.
Yeah.
you're right. But part of the problem also is that we get politicians who don't do what they're supposed to do, and they don't, and bad as they see it, that we it's not getting any better for us. That should mean for them to govern correctly, to do what is necessary to help uplift our communities. But they don't, and that's just a problem to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a
Mm-hmm.
problem.
It's it's um like you say, we too forgiving. We too forgiving. And it get to a point where, you know, you have to hit back, you know, in any other way. And I'm not talking physical hit back, anything that we have to hit back. I guarantee you, when we take money from out their pocket and put it in our pocket,
Yeah,
then we'll get a change. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We as black people so quick to go spend money, spend money, spend money. You know what I'm saying? Spend money on this, go in these stores, spend money on that, go in there. Until we hit them in the pocket and hit it where it real hurt, then you know, then we may see some changes at the end of the day. We can't give them firepower. We can't load the gun and then turn around and give it to them and then let them shoot us with our own gun.
that's correct.
Exactly.
That's correct.
You
Exactly.
know,
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. I saw something today. They were talking about what different races buy. Say what the Jews buy, what the what whites buy, what the Chinese buy, and what they say black people buy. We don't buy a damn thing. We are
no,
consumers of everybody else's stuff. We don't buy anything to invest in. Well, they're saying what
yeah,
they invest in. These people invest in this. These people invest in this. Even the Spanish who haven't been here that long,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
have outnumbered us now and are doing economically better because they know
yeah,
how to pool their money and do things, and we
Yes.
don't. And we're too
right,
much at crab in a barrel type mentality, where we won't pool out. You could have had 10 people pool their stimulus money and started a business. But
Yeah.
why?
yeah,
Why not?
I was
yeah.
Everybody want to go spend the stimulus money on a new pair of shoes and something to go to the club in.
yeah.
On
Where
I was
jewelry,
talking
yeah,
to I was talking to one of my coworkers, who she just happened to mention to me that she wanted to write grants. And I've been writing grants for like 25 years. And she's coming into, she's like in her early 30s. And I'm well past that. So she said,
not that much.
yeah, she said, Shonda, she said, I really want to take this class. And I said, well, I can help you. I said, well, take the class and then I can help you. And I want to show you my business, because I own the Coastal Nonprofit Resource Center. I said, I want to show you. And she said, I went to somebody else and she didn't even have to tell me their ethnicity. She said, I went to somebody else for help and they would not help me, you know. And she said, I just wanted to know, I just wanted to ask questions. But the problem with us is that we won't help each other. You know,
right,
we'll get in the door, and then the difference between white people and black people is that they get in the door and then they hold the door and get all their friends in, and then they promote their friends and everything. But we get in the door and we push the door closed, and we don't want nobody that look like us to get in and succeed with us. You
Right.
know,
For some
and
reason.
and that is so sad. But me,
Yeah.
I want this young lady to succeed because I know that my son is going to be setting, and I want the Coastal Nonprofit Resource Center to live past me. I don't want it to die with me.
Right.
So if she has that passion the way I did for nonprofits, I want her to pick it up and, you know, and run with it too, you know.
Right.
So, and the way I always felt is that there is millions and billions of dollars. Look around. Even if you look at our little backdrop, if you look at our backdrop, that is money. There is money to be made. Everybody is consuming something. All
Yeah.
you have to do is find your niche, and there is somebody that is willing to buy something that you got to sell. You know,
Right.
everything that I have ever put my hands to, you know, even in a hobby, form. When I started making crocheting blankets, people started wanting to buy blankets. When I started making little mugs, people started wanting to buy my mugs. I mean, and these were just my hobbies. So there is some money out there to be made. So why not teach? Each one teach one.
Yeah.
We always willing to quote it, but we
Yeah.
need to be doing it.
Right. You're right. Like,
That's my soapbox moment. We can move. I'm
no, and
sorry.
you're right. You're right, because bringing that up, me and my daughter, she's going to school and she's doing facial and all that, right? And so she's trying to get her own business. She said, Dad, I'm trying to get my own business. She said, can you invest in it, right? She said, Daddy, because you were successful, your business went great and everything. And I stopped. I said, let me tell you something. I said, yes, I'm your daddy. I said, treat me like I'm a businessman. When you come talk to me, you make sure you got it together. You make sure you got everything on a piece of paper. You make sure you got everything. So when you come to me and you want me to invest, you come to me the right way. Until then, I
Exactly.
don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Exactly. Ask her
And she
where
said,
her business plan is and her
yeah,
5-year forecast.
yeah, yeah. And when she
Yep.
told that, she said, okay. I said, when you get it ready to come talk to me as a businessman, then I'll listen. Until then, I don't even want to listen. I say
Exactly.
I build something from the ground up, and I say the number one thing is put a good product out. If you put a good product out, people gonna want to come back. Treat people right. So at the end of the day, I got a show to do, and I'll talk to you later. and I and
Exactly.
I and I told her to get on out the room. Come to me right. Don't come to me and come to me, daddy, when something's going on. But when you're trying to get a business going, come to me as a business person because I'm a businessman. That's
Exactly.
how it started, and
Exactly.
I'm proud of that. That's what you want, but you have to do it the right way.
That's right. That's right. You told her
Uh,
right though.
yep.
Okay, we
People.
got breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Let's see what Deidre say first. I hate that, and not that it is right, but the reason that other black people don't help others is because Massa created that division. The division where some had to hoard everything for themselves as opposed to ensuring that the whole community had resources. That's absolutely correct. We've been
But
conditioned to think like that, Deidre, for a long time. It took a long time. They even took the church out. If you want to hear something, listen to me on Saturday morning. I got a message for the people. Listen to me Saturday at 12 noon. I got a message for the people. Y'all need to be here. 12 noon on the Watchdogs Saturday. I'm going to
but
address that.
but you know what, Deidre? Everyone has to start reconditioning themselves. Yes, it has been conditioned in us to,
Hmm.
keep everything for self, but we when you know better, you do better.
You do
You
better.
know,
Yep.
and if you are a
Yep.
business person and you're
Yep.
listening to me right now and you know that you can help somebody else and you don't, shame on you. I mean,
Yeah.
Yep.
even if you can't give them money, but you can give them an apprenticeship under you.
Knowledge.
Yes, you know, give them that.
Yep.
Well,
Knowledge is power. Knowledge is
yeah,
power.
That's right.
knowledge is power, but the thing is, in today's world, they have conditioned us to be so selfish that we don't care about knowledge being power. The knowledge that they want you to have is the knowledge of self so that you can be selfish and get for yourself. And that is my message on Saturday. Y'all stay tuned. It's going to be a
But
message that's going to
But
be
that's the
for the
reason
people.
why the Asians are ahead of us. That's the
Yep.
reason why the Hispanics are ahead of us, because I watched as I lived next door to Asian people, when I lived in Cordele, and seven of them would live in a house
Mm-hmm.
and they would build their businesses. And
Mm-hmm.
2 years later, three of them would move out and they would buy a house, cash, and they would
Well,
build another business.
yeah, well,
So
uh,
I'm telling
they
you,
have that in their community. They do that, and we have to learn that it's okay for seven or eight of us to live in a house, but we want our groove to get on. We
We
don't
did
want
that.
nobody bothering us. So this is going to take a long time, and the conditions have to get so bad where we have to see people. We don't understand nothing till the foot is on our damn neck, and that's when we wake up. And so we need to start waking up before the foot get on our neck. Now let's get on to our next subject. Our breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Rudy Giuliani's home and office raided. They took his cell phone, they took his computer, they took everything from Rudy. Rudy, see everybody getting effed up who mess with Donald Trump except who?
him, uh,
Donald Trump.
yep.
Except
Well,
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
What
he gonna
in the
be
world?
he gonna be the second one of the of Donald's attorneys to go to prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. But what they doing, let me tell you, I tell people this here. The word F, Fed. When the Fed come to you, they already know, they already got things. It's that's one person you don't want to come in your house. If the Fed come,
Exactly.
you might well go. Because
I
what the
know
Fed is
it. You're
doing
right.
now, yeah, what the Fed is doing now, they get Rudy, they get Trump, they get the
Yeah.
little one.
Yeah.
Prime is like, don't mess with the Fed, don't lie to, because they ain't gonna waste their time knocking on your door if they ain't got nothing. He's
Donald
gone.
yeah,
You
Trump,
start with him.
you're right. Donald Trump, you're absolutely right, Bernard. Donald, and I've been telling people this for a while. Ain't but two things scare me, and that's God and the feds. Other
Yep.
than that,
Yep.
bring it on. Bring it on. Two things scare me: God and the feds. That's
Yep.
it. You
That's
know,
it.
um, I might not want no trouble, but I'm not going to run from no trouble. But two
Right.
things scare me: God and the feds. And one thing about it, I told people when they raided that Capitol, I said they done effed up because the feds don't play. They
Yeah.
fit to arrest 500 more people. They announced the other day.
Yeah.
500
Yeah.
more. Now that's that. It ain't where the number I want them at because they should be
Yeah.
5,000 more. But
Yeah.
because they would have got all us. All our
Yeah.
phones would have showed
yeah,
up
Yeah.
on it, and they would have known that we were in there. All those people, a bunch of them fit to get arrested. So,
Yeah.
but Rudy Giuliani, the little Trump, all of them, they Trump messed with the wrong people, Bernard.
Yeah. Yeah. And I be telling people, I say, look here, Donald, not
ah,
only Donald, when
Ivan,
you mess,
stop
and
it.
I'm gonna give it right, I'm gonna be honest straight. When you mess with certain white folks in this country and you put that nail and you cross that line, trust me, they gonna get you. they're gonna make sure they get you. We don't know who the white folk, because it could be any. But at the end of the day, they send the Fed to him, and they are, trust me, he gone. The man that the guy who played around with the young kids and stuff, he going next. Hey, all of them,
Yeah.
they racking them up.
No, not Epstein. The new the
The
guy that's
the
in
Republican
office
guy.
right now.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Republican guy.
That what is his name?
I'm trying to think of his name. He's one of the Donald Trump boys.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, yes, yeah, him.
Yeah, the 17-year-old. But you know what? Somebody called me today. I guess they didn't know that Giuliani's house had gotten raided. But they said, Trump is running for president in 2024, and he has some rally. He's about to be on the trail, campaigning. And I said, well, that Giuliani's house was raided today, and he'll be lucky if the feds don't come and pick him up in 2022.
See, Joe Biden ain't telling what he want to do. Joe Biden telling the Fed, hey, go do it. He ain't saying, I think that the U.S. attorney needs to do this. No, they just going to do it. Trump mess with wrong people. He think that he's Teflon Don and he can always get out of things.
Yeah.
But
nah.
he did so much crooked stuff, thinking that he could just get away with it, and thought that he would win another term, and thought that he would take this country down the drain where he was taking it. And look what's going on now. He's the reason that COVID is so bad, because he didn't think to do what he needed to do to get in. Alvin Cohen said, did they take Rudy Giuliani's hair dye? That was his mascara. We want to say hello to all our watchers out there. Myra Foster, we waiting on you. Myra's going to be bringing a new show called Black Men Rock. She's going to be interviewing you soon, Bernard. So be ready, America. She's awesome. She got the Blacklist Savannah, Buy Black Savannah, and Buy Back Charlotte. She'll be coming to the network real soon on this platform. Tia Brightwell, hello. Deidre Graham, Dr. Deidre Graham, Terrell Dickerson, Cecilia Cook, hey Vanessa, and Ivan B. Cohen. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in, Malvise, Allen, and Cecilia. But that's a part of let me get Deidre's thing off here. With the breaking news that was today, they took his cell phone, they took his laptop, they took everything from him, raided his house, and now they on top of him. So Rudy ain't got nothing coming. I knew that they would eventually get him or his son, Donald Trump's son. So a lot of people are going to be in trouble when this attorney general get through doing what he's doing, because they broke the law, and they did it in our face and act like they did. And Fox News was covering up like they weren't doing nothing, and that was what was so bad about it.
And they don't have Bill Barr to cover them. And Bill Barr was the one that was blocking all of that. They had all of the evidence to go in and raid his house in the first place. But Bill Barr was the one that was saying, no, they couldn't do it.
Exactly. So Bill Barr was almost, he should be under investigation also, because he was he was helping to facilitate a bunch of it by letting Rudy do what he was doing and covering for him. So they're scared of Donald Trump instead of just saying, no, you can't do that. Let's do the right thing. And so that's part of the problem in this country, with people who think that they have privilege that other people don't have. Malpeace, we'll be talking about that at the end of the show. It's one of our topics tonight. Who's running for statewide offices in Georgia? So whatever his name is, Malpeace, let us know his name when we get to that subject. Okay. What's our next subject? But breaking news, y'all know they're coming for Rudy. So y'all get ready. Rudy, they coming for you. They already in your house, in your computer, in everything that you're doing. So they know you and Donald Trump made all that up.
And they called his old attorney, the one that did Michael Cohen. They called
Right.
him and asked him, well, how do you think Rudy is feeling right now? And Michael Cohen said, it's like being blindfolded and spent around real fast and then told to run north. It's like you don't know what's about to happen to you, but you
Yeah.
know that
Yeah.
it's about to be bad.
And the bad thing is, like Bernard said, when the feds come, they
Yeah.
already got you. Rudy know
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
because Rudy was an ex-prosecutor, federal
exactly.
prosecutor.
Yeah.
So
In
Rudy
the
Yeah.
know
same
when they got
office.
that stuff. Rudy, when they came into Rudy computer and phone, all Rudy could do is say, "Oh shit," you know.
Yeah.
In the,
Yeah.
I mean, and the crazy part about it is it's the same office that New York prosecutor's office is the same office that he used to be over.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is going to be
Hey,
so good to watch.
and people
Yeah.
don't realize the Fed. Hey, the Fed is like an ant. You don't hear the ant coming, but you see them.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. The Fed like that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear. Hey, you don't hear them coming, but when they come, you see them. They're already
Yeah,
coming to
Yeah.
get you.
yeah. I
Yep.
told somebody they're the baddest gang in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't no gang badder
Yeah.
than them. None.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are
Uh,
And
gang.
as a sidebar, all of those people that's getting these PPE loans and everything, but they're on public assistance and this is the first time in history that all of the federal agencies are communicating at the same time.
mm-hmm.
So if you are getting a PPE loan and saying that you own a business, but you on Section 8, I would suggest
Yeah.
you not,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you on unemployment, I would suggest you hurry up and not, because if it takes them 3 years, they are going to walk you down and you're going to do federal time for fraud, because it's going on right now here in Houston. They are collecting all of those people that's been that got the first round of PPE. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, a lot of those people did went and brought cars. A lot of those people went and brought homes. There was one guy, he had $1 million. They went and brought homes.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
can't, they didn't give you that money to go buy a home. They gave you that money to
Yeah.
Yes.
show business, to
Yeah.
make sure that business stayed afloat so that the economy wouldn't sink. They didn't give you that to go buy a home.
Yeah.
You
There was a
know,
Yeah.
woman over here. There was a woman over here that bought she bought a home for almost $1 million. Then she bought 2 Land Rovers or whatever and a Tesla over here. I don't have to tell you who we were, you know, but
Yeah.
yeah, they had her on the news about 4 weeks ago, knocking on her door, you know, and her mama was trying to pretend that she wasn't home. But yeah, the feds are coming after her.
yeah,
You know,
and the thing is, if you cannot go buy $80,000 car, a Tesla, you cannot go buy uh, a brand new home with that money. That's not what it's for. It's for
that's
you
right.
to keep your business running.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
Your
yes,
business running. If that ain't your intentions, eventually the feds, what Bernard,
Yeah.
coming knocking.
Come to get,
they coming
because at
up.
the end of the day, when they give you, people don't realize when they give you that money, they're already tracking it of what you're doing. Just like the guy
Mm-hmm.
that I think he's on Hip Hop Atlanta or whatever, and he said he had like trucking company, and he went and brought him the big old car and bought him a $55,000 watch or whatever, and then a couple days later, the Fed went to him and asked him, and he tried, man, he locked, hey, handcuff gone. When they come
Yeah,
get you, they already know.
Yeah.
yeah,
Come on now, how did, you know damn well they ain't gonna get no black man no $2.5 million or got they putting track. I'm about they tracking it. Come on now, they ain't gonna give us. They ain't gonna give
Yeah.
us $5.
Yep.
Do the
And
right
not
thing
track it.
and not track it. Period.
Yep.
It's hey,
Yep.
what they call it? I call it tracking money. They gonna get it to
Yep.
you, but they gonna track it.
Yep.
Yeah,
So I would
yeah,
suggest, y'all go ahead and
Ain't nothing you can suggest. The ones who spent the money buying cars and buying
yeah,
houses and buying expensive things that want to shore up their business, the feds will be looking at them.
yeah,
And then it's all according to what type of loan you got too, according to the SBA. Anyway, let's
yeah,
get on to the next one. Increase in police shootings in America.
man,
In-
do y'all see that cover up that's going on in North Carolina right now?
wow.
yeah, yeah. That's BS. That's BS.
That's some
That's some. Yep. I'm trying. Hey, I'm trying. I swear, it's hurting me so bad to try to just say the right thing because I don't want. I'm tired of being in Facebook jail, so
yeah,
I'm just
yeah, me
saying the
too.
right thing. But all that's going on is a bunch of BS, and the
Yeah.
judge and the cop already they covering up. They're doing
Oh
something with
yeah,
that film. They're covering it up. They're doing something with
yes,
it. That's why they
yes.
didn't release it because
They
they're
got a
doing something
major
with it.
editor.
Yeah,
They got a
yeah, that's
major
what they're doing.
editor
Yep,
trying to edit out that film.
trying to edit out. Yep, that's
Yeah,
sad, isn't it? That's so damn
yes, it
sad.
is.
That's so
Well, the
It
sad,
is.
feds
man.
already done swooped in and seized the film.
Right,
Feds
right.
Yeah.
The
has,
Fed got it. Yeah, yeah.
But
um,
Uh,
the
I'm
judge,
wondering whether we got targets on our back. Do we just have targets on our back? What makes a person in law enforcement to just want to shoot you while you're running? I went to the police academy, and one thing that they taught us, and it scared the hell out of us, said if you kill somebody unjustly, if you cannot shoot somebody who is not a danger. A danger is a present, clear, imminent danger coming towards you or to somebody else. You can take action, but if a person is running, you are never to shoot them. You are supposed to let them go. You'll catch. I mean, you can chase them, but you can never shoot them in the back because there's too many
yeah.
police to catch them. You know, it's
I
just
don't
crazy.
I don't
It's,
understand something. I was watching CNN earlier today, and they say they shot him in the back of the head, but he was in his car. And they say he was in his car and he was backing up and they shot through the back window.
I can't understand
That's
that.
what
I guess they
happened.
no,
shot him while he was running because they shot him 4 times in the back of the arm. How you gonna shoot somebody in the back of the arm while you're in the car?
Hey, because they said it on CNN that he was in the car. This is what they had on there. He was in the car and he was backing up to ram into the policeman car and they shot him back ahead. How that I mean, I don't understand that. I mean,
Is
this
that on video?
I,
um we don't know what the attorney general said he haven't even seen the video. They don't know what's on the video.
That's
man,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
They
Nothing
They
killed
don't know
of
what's on the
how
video.
they explained it.
ain't even
Nothing
no
of how
regard
they
for our life.
explained it makes sense.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
no regard whatsoever for our life. They just shooting us. That's Andrew Brown Jr. Then right there, soon as Chauvin got convicted, they killed what the little boy named Dante Wright. Then
Yep.
they the shooting. We're gonna get. That's our next thing I want to touch on. Um, those shootings, but we had you know
We had to look the
Ma-
young
Ma- Ma-
girl.
Michaela Bryant was her. What do you all take on the 17-year-old, 16-year-old girl getting killed when she was for to stab the other girl?
Yeah, I heard this. A friend of mine told me about this. Um, I
I,
mean, it's sad. It's sad, but they said this young lady was was being harassed, and it was came to her house. Some girls came to her house, and she seemed to me this young lady had a lot of anger in her towards whatever was going on. But to shoot this young lady, don't they have rubber bullets? Don't they have? I mean,
what
don't
was
I mean?
see
Yeah,
even if they didn't
that's a good
have
question.
rub even if they didn't have rubber bullets, let me tell you something about a bullet. A bullet is hot. Okay? And it will stop you from doing whatever it is you're doing.
Right.
And if you are a police officer, you go to the range a lot. Okay? So if you see somebody, you have the opportunity to shoot them in the leg. You know, just like that young man that shot up those 8 people or more in that grocery store, that mass shooting, he came out with a leg wound. Whereas he could have came out in a body bag. He could have came out in a body bag. He should have came out in a body bag. Okay? But he came out with a leg wound because they chose, I'm going to shoot him in the leg to stop him, because a bullet is hot and it will make you say, I've been hit.
Yeah.
Like Charlie Brown be saying,
I've been hit. So if she was in mid thrust, if he would have shot her in the leg, in the hand, and the whatever, but to shoot her 4 times.
4 times. And and what makes it so bad, she the one called the police. She called them.
Yeah.
She called the police, but she wind up getting killed. She called them, she wind up getting killed. You know, no, it's like this here. It's like this. Okay, you shoot, and like I'm trying to keep it clean. You shoot us wherever it take to kill us. You shoot them to make sure they can go to see another day. Okay, and that's what it is. That's what it is.
That's terrible.
You know,
that's terrible.
First, I want to say good evening. I'm happy to see y'all guys, and no police stopped you on the way and shot none of you guys, and I'm happy to hear that. Number 2, I was listening to the show coming in. I don't want to go into the crabbing business. Somebody say something about going into the crab business, and I definitely not a crabber. And then you said, Miss McKeithen, you said you are a Chinese or Asian or something like that. I get a little confused when you talk.
Don't come in here with your foolishness. Come on, get on track.
You call it foolishness. I'm asking you a question. Didn't you say something about being an Oriental or something like that?
No, I didn't.
She was staying next door to the Orientals. Mr. Charlie.
She said she was an Oriental, and then you turn around, Mr. Brown, and I think you said some of the feds are answers or something, or something like that. Yeah, and not asshole, not anthole, but I got where you coming
I'm
from.
keeping it clean, Mr. Charlie. I'm keeping it clean so I can stay.
I'm saying anthole. Now follow me. Follow me for a minute. Watch this. A red ant went into a ant hole, and a black ant went into a ant hole. See that? I'm keeping it clean. Ant hole. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think the show is pretty interesting tonight. I know some of the people got some of that PP money. I'm not gonna call their names, but they might as well. The Fed might be tracking them as well. I didn't get a nickel of it. I'm gonna just put it that way.
I didn't get a penny.
Well, I can tell you by your attire you didn't get a penny. Trust me. The ones who got a lot of money, they dressed up, with watches and rings and everything.
But getting back onto the subject, did you see the 3 days before, there was a white man. The video is all over Facebook. There was a white man that not only dragged the police, he had him, he beat him, he dragged him on his Julius, I know you saw it. The video where the white guy, he dragged him, He had him on his truck, beat him with the door, everything.
And he didn't shoot him. I saw it.
He didn't shoot him.
I know. And he didn't shoot him.
He did not shoot him.
Right.
Then what you expect? He's a white man. You don't hurt white people. The ones who giving me the biggest problem is black people. And white people are good people. My neighbor's a white guy. When he see me in the morning, he said, "Hey, boy, how are you doing?" I said, "That's all right, son," because I respect him. And the police respect him as well. You may not like that, but I'm just telling you the way it is. You want me to be something I'm not. My white neighbor's a good man, and he say, "I got some leftovers we didn't eat last night. You and that little wife of yours, y'all like it?" I say, yes, sir. He said, "I'm gonna bring you a bowl of it over. You eat every bit of it. I mean it, all right?" I said, "Yes, sir."
Okay. Well,
listen, don't bring it.
What's going on? Bernard get nervous when I get here and start acting up. What's the problem?
You good, Bernard?
Sit still. The white people scaring you must be.
Can you hear us, Bernard?
No, he can't hear.
He get nervous when I get here.
Hold on.
Okay, we can hear you. You can't hear us.
What?
Okay. What I think is needed with the increased police shootings is a new type of training.
Yeah, that'll be good.
When you go to training, we are taught to shoot to kill, and we should not be taught to shoot to kill in every instance. He had time to shoot that girl in the leg. And most people say that you don't have time, it's a moving target. If you can't hit a moving target in the police, you cannot be on the police department.
Well,
so you
can y'all hear me?
They work
no,
with.
Julius,
this is what I need to know.
Julius used to be a policeman, and he's an authority. You're not a police, you're a criminal, because you said you were put in jail before for your activity. So just let Julius talk and tell about it, please.
Well, first of all, I never said that. First of all, I never said that.
Have you ever been arrested? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes, I have.
All right, then be quiet. Let Julius tell about it.
But I need to know, Charlie Brown, we're going to mute you.
No,
I'm asking a question. Can I ask a question? My question is, what type of targets are they working in school with? Are they working with black targets?
He was telling you
all the targets are black. All the targets are black.
All the targets are black. So that's why they're shooting to kill.
No.
Okay.
The targets are black because it's trained them to shoot black.
Can you hear me,
people.
son?
That's why the targets are black.
It has nothing to do with that target being black. These people already have this mindset when they come in. And, I used to train officers, a bunch of them that's in leadership now at the police department and just retired a bunch of them. I trained a bunch of them. And, I used to teach them to do some conflict resolutions first before they get into acting a fool and want to arrest everybody. Everybody don't need to go to jail. And that's part of what reforming the police is. And it's not about getting rid of the police because we need the police, because without the police, there would be chaos. We cannot go out and handle all situations ourselves. Everybody will be dead. It'll be mass shootings. This will be a country in total chaos. So what I'm talking about with reform is to re-educating the police on how to do the job. They have not changed the system in 50 years, 100 years probably, and it needs to be changed. You should not have to shoot everybody to kill them, especially if that person is not a threat to you. You have time to assess the situation and make a clean shot to impair that person instead of killing them. So that needs to be done.
Julius, that could go to that young lady. He was not a threat to him at all, and he should assess just what you just say. That's why I like for you to talk and share things. Now, if a person who are criminal, they don't see things that way. And that's the only thing I'm saying. You got people in that show. I still think you need to do a background check because I'm afraid of my life when I'm on this show. I
Hey,
don't know what
Robert
they
Cohen
made
say,
you
didn't you
do.
go to jail for your civil rights activity?
Yeah, but I was 12 years old. I was a minor. I was a minor.
Well, you
I
was
was
a
a little bitty.
juvenile delinquent. That's what
I,
it was.
I
That's
was
called juvenile delinquency.
okay.
When you go
That's
to
wrong.
jail as a child.
All right, let's
Hey,
drop this conversation. Move on. I don't want to talk about that. I was not a juvenile delinquent.
Yes, you was.
okay. Hey, hey, listen, we got 1 hour left and we got 5 subjects. Uh, we had six
What
subjects.
page we on now?
We're on subject number 2. It's really number 3 because we had a breaking news story on Rudy Giuliani getting all his stuff confiscated by the feds today.
Up, he threw. He
He
threw.
is. Everybody around Donald Trump goes to jail except Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
They don't see it. I be running so far away from this guy that I mean, serious. Everybody go to jail messing with Donald Trump. Why don't
But
you can't see this run? The only one that I want them to get, I don't want nobody to go to jail. But there's one I do. Lindsey Graham need to cast ass to jail.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
but
hell yeah.
Julius,
And his son.
the
I wouldn't
man,
want his kids to go to jail.
Julius, the man they need to get is the man who was Fred Trump, his daddy, main administrator. He's the key to
Yeah.
everything of Donald Trump. Fred Trump was Donald Trump daddy. The man who was like his bookkeeper, I think he's like in his 90s. He is the guy, is the key to Donald Trump.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
they'll see what they're gonna do with him. This is our next subject. LeBron James under attack for speaking out on black issues.
You know what?
What
I
you
wish
say?
they would leave LeBron alone because, see, first of all, what they don't like is that he's smart. He's smart enough to understand what is going on. And that bitch on well, I can say bitch. That's
You can say
still
bitch.
acceptable, you know.
No,
Bitch
trying
is
to make it a
acceptable.
clean show.
But let me say this. That bitch on Fox that said just shut up and dribble,
Right.
you know, I took offense to that because see, what you're saying is we're not smart enough to have opinions on world events or things that affect the black community, or we're not smart enough to own businesses and things like that. But all we're supposed to do is entertain your ass. No. If somebody is being killed next to me and they look like me, I'm not going to shut up and just do my job at NASA, hold my head down. No, I'm going to speak up on the issue regardless. So I applaud LeBron James. I
want to piggyback off of what you're saying now. I'm serious now. I want to piggyback off what you're saying because LeBron James have such a powerful influence and they're trying to silence the lamb. They do not want him to speak out. They want to discredit him because his voice speaks volume. His voice speaks to millions and millions of people, and that is scary for them. When a man can walk in a room and a man can state things that can turn the tide, they do not want them to speak. That's why they got rid of Martin Luther King, Megas Evans. I can go on and on about key people. I'm not comparing LeBron to them, but the voice he's speaking have volume that he can take an entire 2 to 10 million people and move them. That's what they're afraid. We got to discredit him. We got to silence the lamb. And that's where the problem lies at. Now you take Julius Hall. Julius Hall got a problem too. He moved people in Chatham County. He does. Whether I like him or not, he does move people. But I'm not trying to discredit him. And that's what they're concerned about. And he gonna be looking for stuff coming at him because he is about to attempt to do something status quo that was not looking to happen.
Exactly.
He's gonna set the night on fire. And guess what? I don't have a garden hose nowhere near to try to out it. So
exactly. And what would they do?
Sandra and Bernard, damn.
Watch what they do to you in Fort Whitworth, because black men is not supposed to do nothing in Fort Whitworth but come through there and get damn tickets.
And that stops the day I'm elected. Believe that. It will be nobody out there doing what they're doing. That is absolutely crazy. They're making this the most unfriendliest city in the whole state of Georgia, and that stops when I'm elected.
I think what you need to do is to find other ways to get revenue, and that's the key.
What we'll do. That's what we'll do.
The key, my friend. And I'm telling you, we back on LeBron, but that's what they're afraid of, because evidently that's why they want. That's why she made that statement, because she saw the impact he had. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
You got a bar on it.
All right, go ahead, Brown. Let Brown speak. Go ahead, Brown.
Go ahead, Bernard.
No, we can't hear you. Is he on mute?
Yeah, he on mute. You on mute, Bernard.
He was playing good before I got here.
You on mute. Ain't nothing wrong with your stuff. You just on mute. Take the mute off. You missing match the wrong button.
You know what?
Sandra, don't go there.
You missed and matched the wrong button. That's all it is. Look on your computer. He took himself all the way out.
Julius, anyway. You know, prior coming in, I had to go to an important meeting. I tell you what I went at. I went to the Great Athletic Hall of Fame meeting, and they ran a little bit over. But one of the things driving in, he was coming across real clear and everything. And I turned to Ms. Brown. I said, "This is the clearest he ever been." And now I get here and mess up. You think my frequency can be throwing him off?
No, Bernard was doing fine until he went to messing with it. He went to messing with it, and then that's what threw it off. But when it comes to LeBron, they got a bar owner in Ohio say he's not going to play. He got a big old bar, sports bar, say the NBA will not be played until the NBA expels LeBron. So I guess he will never play the NBA.
You know what?
Because they'll never expel LeBron.
That's a who gives a F moment.
Yeah.
You know, all he gonna do is lose business on all the days that the NBA plays, because if he's a sports bar and he's not playing the NBA, the men just gonna go to a place where they can watch the damn game. How about that?
Yeah, we hear you. You just gotta sit still. You good right there. Don't bother nothing.
Playing.
Hey, what happened, Mr. Brown? Move. Let me tell you this here. Let me say this before it act up again. The NBA commissioner, you know who the NBA commissioner is?
Yeah.
Labron James. James, he run the NBA. He got I'm telling you right now, all these young black guys in the NBA, they're walking behind him. They got his back. Whatever he say, they go. If they say let's scrap the day, they gonna scrap. LeBron one thing I like about LeBron that he's doing that Michael Jordan and Magic and all of them didn't do, they didn't speak out. They didn't speak out because they was thinking about their product. They didn't speak out. LeBron don't care. Trust me. LeBron is for the black people, and who don't like it can go to hell.
Mr. Brown, Mr. Brown, before when you was acting up, or that's one of the things we were saying, that his voice speak volume. It's like Dr. King. It's like Mega Evans. When people hear you, they're afraid because he can walk in a room or a stadium and move thousands of people on just his voice. And they are concerned about that. When I say they, the ones who want to take us and put us in a pressure cooker and turn it on all us.
Yeah. And you're right.
And as long as he can still bring millions to the NBA brand, shit, the bar owner, he don't have a chance.
Bernard, can you plug that earpiece up?
Yeah, what happened was my phone was dying out, so I'm charging it.
Okay.
So I'm getting a little juice in my juice.
Okay. Then you had an LA police officer that wrote LeBron this letter. But my problem, I don't care anything about that. The thing is, Fox News, they telling LeBron to just dribble a basketball. LeBron telling them he don't give a darn about anything they say, and that's because he's his own man. When you're your own man, you don't care what anybody say to you or about you or tell you, trying to tell you what to do. You your own man. See, a lot of those people didn't understand who they were. Michael Jordan didn't understand his power or who he was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once you understand that, but my thing is, do we have enough of these celebrities and stars speaking out?
I think that they are starting to speak out more.
Right.
I feel that they are starting to speak out more because they see that we do have a voice and we can have a voice.
Can I interject just for a second, please? And I hate to get it, please.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I think what you're going to see, Tyler Perry going to make a difference because he got Hollywood South. Tyler Perry can do what Hollywood do and release stuff. And that's the key. And they will speak out because they can go to Tyler Perry movie studio. And that's what Eddie Murphy did with Coming Back to America. I'm just using it as an example. And he had Morgan Freeman, a cameo. He had several people in that movie. And a lot of people was concerned, it was not good at the first one. You missing the point. The first one came out in 1988. And this black guy came back with a great movie with some of the same people. That was remarkable. I compliment him for longevity. So blacks going to speak out more because what Julius Hall and what you saying, Sandra, is, and what Brown, we got our own platform. You got your own man. For instance, I want to do a lot on this show, but guess what? I am my own man, but he running the show, Julius Hall. And that's why I'm gonna want to renegotiate my contract, because if you don't give me an increase, I'm planning to leave, and I'm going on a show called Live with Van, and I have
you could be on any of them. We'll be on shows all day if you go with Van. But
every day.
All day.
You know what?
But
on a serious note,
go ahead, Mr. Brown.
On a serious note like this, we need to we need to get these young folks that really stepping up and doing what they really need to do. We need to give them their prop. Trust me. And Ash Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, they need to go sit down some damn way, because if the camera ain't big, they ain't gonna show up. That's that. Yeah. And I'm so frustrated with them, man. Y'all go. I mean, if y'all listening to me, y'all go sit y'all ass down some way, okay? Because I'm telling you right now, this generation, the young generation, I'm telling you, this movement, and people don't give them credit. is moving in the right direction. So we just have to, like, even if we have to take a back seat to them, hey, let's roll. Let's roll.
Support them.
Right.
Okay. Support them.
Yeah, I hear you, and which is important. But they are the still elders of the community to a degree. And what they have to do is introduce a lot of young up and coming people in saying, this is the ones who taking my place. But you have to realize there are icons still, and the news media come when a Jesse Jackson, whether you love him or not, when a Al Sharpton and Crump, that's why Crump go from town, the news media will come for certain people. And please hear me out, Brown. You're a young man. And I'm saying, if you call a major press conference over an event in Atlanta, you're not going to have that kind of magnitude. Charlie Brown will tell you like it is. But if you bring in Al Sharpton, you bring in Jesse Jackson with you, but they have to integrate you in to them, and they're not integrating. You understand what I'm saying? They bring the press. They bring the press, brother.
I understand what you're saying, but I still feel that I feel the same way that Bernard feels, that in a way Jesse Jackson and
integrated. Julius, you know what I'm saying? They got to bring them up and say, you know, this is Bernard Brown. He live in Atlanta. He head up the southern region of what we trying to do. You got to introduce. They not integrating them.
Right. But and I understand what you're saying, Mr. Brown, and you're right. And and maybe somebody need to talk to them. But my biggest thing with them is stop choosing certain situations. Like you said, all Black lives matter. All our lives matter. From the guy who got killed in the Savannah police precinct, his life matter. Nobody there. Stop picking and choosing what's gonna give you the bigger audience. All of us matter, man, and I understand. And that would piss me off with them, and that's why I'm so hard. I'm like, if you're gonna choose on what you gonna fight, then sit your ass down somewhere.
Yeah, because they pimped our community for a long time.
Amen.
And you know, I mean, and when I see Jesse now, Jesse can barely talk. And I don't even know why they even have him up on the stage anymore. You know,
he should just be in the back. You're right. He should be in the backdrop. Just be there for moral support. And like Deidre say, as the last statement say, when is enough enough? I respect my elders, and it's time to move the needle forward. Some of those old gods continue to instill the old God, and that ain't going to work now. And that is true. We got too many of these people thinking that they're still relevant, and they are not relevant anymore.
Right.
And we need to let them understand that and show them that they're not relevant. If you want to help, come in, and if you want to help, come in and give support.
Yes, just give support, because those two ladies that started Black Lives Matter, you know, they have done a phenomenal job, and we should be giving them support, and we should be protecting their brand, because see, the news media, meaning Fox, they want to say that, oh, there's some type of, you know, I mean, they want to demonize them because they're, you know, because they're saying Black Lives Matter.
Let me ask you a question.
They're saying Asian lives matter now. Shit.
And they passed the bill in less than 100 days. They passed the bill.
Exactly.
It's crazy. We can't get nothing. What you say, Charlie?
Not a damn thing.
I need to ask you a question, and it's important. I want you to tell the audience, the viewing audience, if you know, what's the two Black ladies' name who started Black Lives? And the reason I'm not trying to put you on the spot. If you don't know, you don't know. But
I don't know.
The reason I say that is because I know Al Sharpton. I know Jesse Jackson. I understand what you're saying. We have to speak their names more. We can't just say 2 black ladies. We got to know who they are and talk about them. And that's all I'm saying. Charlie Brown always say, when people fail, when community fails, it's 2 reasons. Bernard say something early, knowledge and power. He is absolutely right. When people fail, lack of information, lack of knowledge, every day.
Well, let me tell you who it was. It was, I'm sorry, I misspoke. It was 3 black women. It was Alicia Garza.
I didn't know that.
Patrice, I'm just going to spell her name. Cullors.
Just give us the first names for now. Each one of the first name.
And Opal.
Well, see,
and they
what
started.
He's saying, Sandra, but Dan, what he's saying is, can you and everybody else in America say their names?
Yeah,
that's
so we
what
need
matters.
to. We need
say
to.
Jesse's name. Ben Crump. It's like Ben Crump. Ben Crump come out of nowhere, and everybody know Ben Crump.
See, maybe it's the fact that people in the South don't know him, but I knew that it was two black women because I knew it was 2 black women because I've been following the movement. Mm-hmm. So if you have been following the Black Lives Matter movement, then you know.
You would know. Yeah, you would. Okay? You would know. But everybody,
and the other reason
what Charlie's saying is that they don't have the stature yet.
From the LGBT community.
Right.
See?
But they still don't have the stature yet. And what that does with those other people coming and standing behind them is to give them that type of recognition. The people will start saying, okay, well, Jesse, them there standing behind them. They put them out front instead of Al Sharpton always saying something. Let these people start talking. We got to start passing the baton so that other people can give voice to our struggles and our issues instead of the same people, because everybody's tuning them out after a while. So we got to start raising up a new voice, a new leadership.
We don't have them. We don't have them after a while. Yeah. They get complacent.
When you see Jesse Jackson up there, you're going to start to say, what Jesse doing?
That's correct.
You know, when you see that girl up there, you might walk by the TV.
That's correct. See, this is what we got to do is integrate them with them so people can know Bernard Brown in Atlanta, Georgia, head up the Southern Division in Atlanta. Bernard, I made that up if you don't mind. That's all. and then what happened?
Yeah.
Then what happened when you see Bernard again and again, and Jesse just slid out the way? We said that's Bernard Brown. We know that shoe then. That's the only thing I'm saying. They got to integrate.
Right, but they got to be willing. They got to be willing to take the back seat. Right now, you say you know them, but I don't think they really want to take the back seat. But they got.
I don't know. I don't know, Bernard. I don't know.
I believe that there's so many people. Because you have so many organizations. Just like somebody just put up Barbara of Mothers of Murdered Sons. We have so many organizations out there these days, in the struggle. So we have to be pushing the movement. And the movement is comprised of so many organizations these days. You got Black Lives Matter. You got Mothers of Murdered Sons. You have Mothers Against Gun Violence. You have so many organizations that are pushing this movement. So it's not just the civil rights movement anymore, because you had one movement back in the 60s, which was the civil rights movement. But now we have several hundreds of organizations that is comprised of that is comprising one movement, which is our human rights movement, the right for us to not be damn shot, just being pulled over on a simple doggone I had my doggone headlights out. I mean, come on. You know,
Yeah.
so
You make a valid point. Where's that lady, the one they call Errol? Because I like to get her, I like to get her opinion. I wonder if the police stop her, will they take her and put her in jail? They'll take their pistol and pistol whip her. They probably pistol whip her.
Hey,
because she'll start running her mouth. She'll start running her mouth and they'll shut up. Shut your mouth up.
Yeah.
But you know what? Listen, you know what? I mean, on really seriously, and you made a good point.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, why don't, Sonia, you made a good point. And my thing is this.
No. Whoa. I didn't make a good point.
I mean, Sonia,
about her pistol whip.
Sonia, I'm a my thing is this. Why don't we, you remember when they say, hey, a million man march, why don't we come up and have a summit with all us as black folk, come together and use, like you was calling all the organizations, maybe the leader of all the organizations come up and come up with something like that. One big black, call it the Black Summit. And meet in Houston, meet in Atlanta, meet in Savannah, call one big black summit and see who all show up and teach. And
the only thing
a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, we'll have people hijack it that ain't really with the cause, like our mayor here and wherever. They'll come in and hijack stuff that they're not really down with. You've never heard them say Black Lives Matter.
No,
ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
You have people hijack stuff like that don't have the right intentions, that they only want to profile themselves. And what we got to have is an honest conversation amongst ourselves with people who are on the level fighting. See, my problem, y'all listen to my darn show on Saturday. I got a message to deliver. God gave it to me 4:00 this morning. My wife woke up talking about, what are you doing over there? She woke back up at 6:00. I was still going. It was the inspiration that was given to me that I'm going to deliver on Saturday.
What's the name of the show on Saturday?
The Watchdogs.
What time we come on?
12 noon, the Watchdogs.
Gotcha. 12 o'clock, the Watchdog. The one that go, whoa, 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 whoa.
That's correct. Be there. Right. I'm delivering the message on Saturday, 12 noon. But the thing is, we have to be able to talk to each other and understand that we're better together, that the whole of us is better than the least of us. So what we got to do is be a collective body. It's not about race, but it is about race. Yeah. We're not, nobody's hating on anybody. We're just trying to make sure that we play on the same field as everybody else. We want everything to be equal. We'll handle our own. We are survivors. Just make it equal. Don't hold me back just because of who I am. Just like when they get ready to talk about me, I don't care about them talking about me. It don't matter, because see, all they could do is, that's one page in my life. Mm-hmm. That's one page. Turn the damn page. See what else is in the book. If you want to read me, read the whole book.
Let me ask you, Julius, I know you're serious and y'all think I'm always full of humor. You think if they turn the page, my contract might be on that second page. If I get a renewed contract with the show.
You never know.
It might be there.
It could be in the 5th chapter. It could be in the 5th chapter.
No, I'm not worrying about the 5th chapter. He says you turn the page, and I'm just worrying about is my contract is on that page when you turn it. That's what I'm worried about. So,
Alvin Cohen say write it in the book. Then
but
Bernardo
see,
lost his signal again. Or he probably his phone probably charged up. He ain't got but 35 minutes. He good. 35 minutes and he'll be good. But let's get on to our next subject because our next
Charlie
subject.
Sampson like that. Charlie Sampson like that. He like that. That's my friend. I want to shout out to Charlie Sampson. Julius, when I played basketball in high school, he was my backup center. He played behind me. He was a junior and I was a senior. He backed me up.
I gotta talk to Charlie because Charlie probably was the star and you was the bench rider.
No, it wasn't like that. Don't try to create a mixed feeling between me and my friend, all right?
Okay, Joe Biden's speech tonight. What time? 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock, Joe Biden's speech, speaking to the nation, his State of the Union. His speech is tonight, 9 o'clock. I don't know who wrote that right there. We got state spelled wrong. Oh, you missed the T.
That's okay. They tried, whoever it was.
They tried. You got them teenagers writing for you. Anyway.
That's all right. Guess what? They getting good training. They see their mistakes, and you know what you call it? Life experience, and that's what's important.
Hey, John. That's my friend from 8th grade.
John Miller?
Yes.
Okay, hey, John. Welcome to this platform. Hey, Charlie. Welcome to the platform.
What you say, son? You say you failed 8th grade or what? I didn't hear what you say.
I never failed one. I've never failed any classes.
Oh, I thought you said you failed the 8th grade, and that was one of the ones that was a culprit. You know, when you fail 8th grade. Oh, all right.
No. 7th grade.
7th grade.
He said 7th grade.
Oh, she failed in 7th grade. That's okay.
No,
you know,
I didn't. I never failed a grade.
No, please. I'm proud of you now. You failed in 7th grade, and look at you now. You work
stop
for
putting out
NASA.
false information. I never failed a grade.
Oh, you never failed.
I never failed. I never failed.
Okay, let's get the State of the Union. Bernard, it looked like you got either a smoke machine going off in there, you burned up some chicken. One of the two.
Lord have mercy, Bernard. He
done went and got his old phone, and that old phone always calling me.
Jesus Christ.
He must be cooking catfish in the kitchen, must be.
I'm really, really proud of President Biden in his first 100 days. I feel really good that I don't have to watch the news every day because I feel more relaxed. You know, I feel relaxed that that my president isn't tweeting every day, just craziness, and he's getting on with the people's business, you know. So, and that he's doing things for the people and not just for himself.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do him a favor. I'm gonna do all y'all a favor in the country. I'm gonna send him a case of prune juice because when you get older, you need prune juice. And that will let him know I appreciate him. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to send him a case of prune juice.
You are special. Anyway, Biden's first 100 days, y'all gave him a grade. I'm going to give him a 9.5 out of 10. I think he's doing an awesome job.
Yeah, I think he's doing really good.
I'm going to give him a B-.
How do you guys think that he's going to fare though? Because I feel like he's going to be, because of the makeup of the Senate, I feel like he's going to be a lot like Obama was. Kind of, you know, he has really good plans, but he's going to be kind of stuck. He's going to be kind of stuck. Especially
can I say this? You know what's going to be interesting? Tim Scott going to give the rebuttal to Joe Biden tonight, and I don't want to really watch it, but at the same time, I want to hear what he have to say because he just called me special. Tim Scott is the one who really special.
Yes.
That's
don't
a play on words for me.
Yeah.
But
I don't like Tim Scott because, you know, they treat him as because he's the token. I cannot stand token Negroes. They get up under my they crawl up in my ass crack and really make me sick. You know.
Okay,
So
we got State of the Union tonight. And you know, one thing about Biden, we gave him a grade. All of us gave him a grade. Bernard had to fade out. But
what did Samuel give him, Julius?
I give him a B also. I give him
a B minus.
Yeah, I gave him an A minus for doing whatever he got to do to make it happen. Probably because he gave Charlie a stimulus check. I gave him A minus.
Don't be putting up business in the street, Julius, okay? I don't appreciate that.
So that's what he got. And I gave him an A minus because the Justice Department is speaking up finally. We have had no justice. Even if you not gonna do it, at least act like you are. And Trump Justice Department told us they weren't doing nothing, that they didn't give a damn about us. So now you have a Justice Department that is doing something, and you have to appreciate that. And that's why I gave my A minus, because we finally have order back again. We finally can feel like there's some sense of normalcy, some sense of security in this country. And that's why I gave my A minus.
Well, yeah, and I'm not gonna justify, but I'm not gonna justify I'll give him the B minus because I can go into detail. But again, what Merrick Garland is doing is actually looking into a lot. And when Donald Trump had his people in play, he told them they didn't have to do anything because it wasn't no problem. And he was absolutely wrong. He will go down in history, I don't care what people say, as one of the worst presidents that we ever had for his leadership. It was about Donald Trump, and that's all. It wasn't about the people.
And Trump feels like if he say it enough, that people will believe it. He's one of those people that really believes that perception unchallenged becomes reality.
Right.
And if you don't challenge his perception, then he makes it our reality. And and so that is great that we have people that are on it. John Miller said they have already shown Tim Scott how they feel about him. That is absolutely correct. Tim Scott jumped on the bill with Val Demings, I believe, and they are showing Tim, shut your butt up.
Yeah.
Shut your butt up.
And Julius, and Julius, this is not a put on, about my contract or nothing like this. I really want to thank you for having the vision to come up with these shows so we can have a voice. We really did not have a voice, because a lot of the people who speak up, like Alethea Blakely, others, when they got ready to say something, the newspaper did not come out, the stations did not come out, and it didn't really go nowhere. 10 or 12 people heard it, and that was it. And you sort of put us on the map with this social media program, this podcast, and I want their friends to share. Please be like a bad refrigerator, Don't keep nothing. You put milk in there, it's going to go bad. Be like a bad refrigerator. Please share. I want to make that announcement. Call all your friends. Call everyone. Share. Because I want to thank Julius Hall, and I want to thank you, Sandra, for coming on the show. You've been really a breath of fresh air. And Mr. Brown, he's wonderful. And that other lady, Errol, although she got a lot of hot air and her mouth flow like the Mississippi River, I do miss her. I don't know when she'll come back. But at the same time, we try to get things across to the people, to give them the information so they can have knowledge to choose. And that's why I say name the people Black Lives Matter, because it's important. We need to know these things.
And Air will be back, I believe next week she'll be back because she's been really busy, had a whole lot of projects she had to do for work, plus she's moving. So she'll be back next week, and her show will be back next week also, a week after. If
I can
not
see
this
why she's
weekend.
moving. The neighbors signed a petition for her to leave. Look how loud she is on the show.
So stupid.
You say what you want to say about me.
I want to address what John just said. It shows, you know, when well over 60 million people voted for Trump, it shows how broken America is. It highlighted how broken America is.
Yeah,
you know, we only
they had 74 million, right? 74 million people voted for this idiot, for a clown.
74, roughly.
Yeah.
You know, marking this date on my calendar, Charlie Brown is saying something profound. Until ATR came along, there was no voice. There was a void.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ivan Cohen. We try to do our best here. We got a bunch of shows coming up before June 4th. Don't y'all forget America After Dark. America After Dark with Bernard Brown. It'll be a staple show coming in
he
June.
needs to get a better computer if he's going to be after dark or in the dark or wherever he's going to be.
Yeah, we got a bunch of shows from the hood to the pulpit. We got a great show coming with Black Men Rock with Myra Foster. We got Our Black History Facts. His and Her Perspective is a great show. It's a love and relationship show that's coming with Michelle Monet and Vaughn Jackson. Those are we're gonna have some great shows for you. So just stay tuned and lock in, because you don't have to call, you don't have to turn and get on WTOC or any of those other stations anymore. We're gonna give it to you here, raw, uncut, and the way that you should have it.
It's Chandra, Shaundra Bernard.
That's okay. We know exactly what you mean, Mr. Brown.
Okay, on to our next subject. We got 3 subjects left. Let's get through them.
Oh my God, this is an exciting subject for me. I was so excited to see this on the paper.
Well, if you don't take too long, we'll be able to handle this in the next 28 minutes.
All right, go ahead.
Number 4.
Return to Africa, Charlie.
Oh, I say number 4. Number 4. I'm looking at the agenda.
Yeah. I'm not looking at the agenda, but I can see it on the screen.
On the screen.
Oh, I wasn't looking at the screen. I was looking down. Okay.
Hey, in Return to Africa for African Americans, we have some people that are trying to do some things over there, and we, especially in Liberia, and we need to all explore this. They won't give us what we need here, even though this is home now. But we have to also think about nation building somewhere else. We're going to make nation building here wherever we can, but we still have to nation build everywhere else also. I think it's an obligation of ours to do that.
Why?
So what do y'all say?
John, I don't know who the hell Sonya is. Don't start no shit. But
Bernard Brown said he thought you was his friend. Hey, Bernard. Hey, I need to tell Bernard that's who we need to come and get when he comes to Atlanta too, and go out and party with.
Julie, my biggest problem is, can I ask a question? I know Africa sit on another continent, correct? From North America, right?
Yes, sir.
You wouldn't consider Bloomingdale, Georgia, maybe part of Africa, the way it looked up in the infrastructure? I'm just curious.
Come on, man. Stay on topic.
I'm on topic. I'm just curious.
Because that's how we segue.
All right. Okay, all right. You're right.
Go ahead, Sandra.
Go ahead.
But, see, I've been around a lot of Africans, and especially over here in Houston. because this is like the second most populated area for Nigerians and
really?
Somalians. Yes. So, and they don't seem to really like us. You know, they don't seem to really like, you know, American
You
black.
mean Black America?
Yeah, you Black Americans. You know, and I don't know why. I don't know why.
Well, I could probably give you some insight as to why. And it's just my gut feeling. Because when they come here, and we are not a very inviting people to other people. Be serious. We are not. Charlie and I, we know that. We don't invite people in and say, come on, let's do it. But if you got an Asian person, they'll take that person in and say, come on, until you get better, we're going to help you out. And that would probably be part of the reason. And they go back and they tell people over in Africa, well, you know, American blacks, they don't accept us. They look down on us. They don't do anything. But those people outwork us because they understand what it means to not have anything. See, we've been conditioned so long and given every damn thing until to just be lazy that we look at them and they're working so hard and we wonder what the hell going on. But we are not an inviting people, and we need to be more inviting. We need to love ourselves more. We don't love ourselves, and that's the truth. You can say what you want to say about the people out there. We don't love ourselves the way that other people and other races love themselves, and we need to stop that. We need to be more inviting to people, especially when they're not from this country and they come in, and that's part of what I think the
Yeah.
reason is.
We have a tendency, when they do meet and greet them, we are not like their culture where they come from. They don't quite, like he's saying, they don't quite understand our culture at all. And we sort of being different from them as well, because we want them to be more like us. And they're saying, I'm not going to be more like you because your way is not working for you. I'm going to be what I am. I'm from the country, you know, from Africa. And they got their culture and all the stuff they do and how they do it. And we don't invite them in our world to a degree because we don't understand them. And maybe they'll refuse to not understand us. Yeah. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Now, my children,
Julia was saying,
my children's godfather, he's from Nigeria. He's a pharmacist, and I mean, he's been here since 1975. He's been in America since 1975. But he, you know, he still regularly goes back to Africa and everything. But I think that because we were born, raised, and everything, African Americans, we have no connection to Africa other than the fact that we know that we were stolen, our ancestors were stolen from Africa. My ancestors were stolen from West Africa. That's why I have the darker skin tone, you know.
Well, well, Sandra, we do have a connection to Africa, and we will always have that as long as we wake up and we see that we're black. I left John's statement up here because I guess he said I disagree. We built this country from the ground up, so why should we leave? I'm not saying leave. I'm not saying going anywhere. I'm not going nowhere. But what I'm saying is that we should all look into making that country better because that is where the root of our existence is. That's the root of all civilization. So we should all be looking into investing in Africa. It won't take a whole lot. I think somebody told me I got some land over there. So I got to check into that.
You sure that wasn't a scam? Did they tell you that via
No,
email?
they didn't ask for no money. I got this from a reliable source for somebody that went over there and told me that I got
Julius,
Hey
like
y'all.
what
Julius.
what?
I want you to take that back because people look at you being credible. You're not credible now. You
No,
don't have no
serious.
land
I'm
in
gonna
that.
bring. Hey, I promise you, I got land over in Africa.
Julius, stop it. Stop
I
it.
promise you.
I
I'm
apologize
gonna,
Hey,
okay.
to the
I'm gonna
audience.
prove you
I
wrong.
apologize
I
to
was
the audience.
granted. I
Thank
have
you,
been
God.
granted land over in Africa. Bernard, you hear us?
I'm here. I'm back.
Okay, we good.
Okay.
We good.
Hey,
I got land over in Africa.
hardly got no land in Port Wentworth. That little piece of
hey,
thing you live on in Port Wentworth, and
hey,
you gonna go across to another continent and tell me you got land there. You
let,
saw where you live at in Port Wentworth, that little piece of property you live on,
Yeah.
and you got land in Africa in
Yes.
another continent.
Yes. I
Okay,
do.
Yeah,
I do. I
you right,
really do.
all
John.
right.
I'll show you the paperwork later.
I
I
don't
got
want to.
You
land
right,
in Africa.
John.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. You're not gonna dilute my mind. No.
hey,
No, you
John
got to
said,
be able to
show
think
him
outside the box. You can't think that one way. See, that's what's wrong with old people now. They don't want to be taught
Whoa.
nothing new.
Whoa! I got
Oh,
all my teeth. I don't have no false teeth in my head. He's real.
okay, well, you
All
got
people
all
got
his
false
teeth.
teeth.
You stay at the dentist's office, then you don't know whether they knock you out. You don't know whether they put
how many minutes?
real ones in there or not.
But I
Bernard,
would
you look
love
good,
to.
brother.
I would love
Bernard, you
to.
Hey,
got a
People
comment
say,
on Africa?
people say it ain't
yeah,
working for
let me
us. I'm
comment
going to
on
make,
Africa.
huh?
Yeah, he want to comment on
Hey,
Africa. Go ahead.
Wait.
let me say about Africa and the African people. Let me say this here. Some of them are some mean people. Some of them some mean people. Be honest. I'm serious because they think we mean. They are mean too. They're not approachable. I mean, they'll be attack you when you're being kind to them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Yes.
I mean, I ain't never been to Africa. You know what I'm saying? And it probably won't never make it there. But those some really
You
mean
can
people.
make it
So
there. What the world are you talking?
I'm okay. I'm gonna let you take me over there. You can take me. I'll go with you.
Okay.
All right, I'll go with you. And I'm
Yes.
gonna get my computer fixed too. I thought you was my friend. I heard that comment you made. I was watching you. You was doing good. You start acting up when Mr. Brown come on. You was doing good.
Hey, all right, all right. Well, that was just a thought. You know, what our they got some. You got the GAIN organization. That's the Georgia African Intervention Network. It's in it's in Georgia, and they're doing a whole lot of work in Liberia. And we need to check into that and see what we can do to invest over there. Yes, somebody say, why don't we invest here in America? It is hard to put your pennies together and do something here when you have like-minded people who can build and want to do things. Uh, don't just put all your eggs in one basket. We can go and invest everywhere. I'm here in Port Wentworth. I ain't going nowhere until they move me out of here. Or tote me out, like Charlie said.
I have no comment. I
Hey,
have no comment from the land bearer from Africa.
I got land in Africa. So y'all
Yeah.
don't have none, but I got some. Hey, anyway, next subject, the census undercount. They
Yeah.
undercounted. Now, my problem is, did Donald Trump do something with those numbers? Because he asked for the paperwork before everybody else could see it. He wanted
Yes.
it. And him and his
Yes.
people stood around and did it. So will Merrick Garland be investigating Trump for messing with those numbers on the census count, Charlie Brown?
I think so. I think somebody needs to check it out because I noticed they lost ground in places like Philadelphia. I mean, the state of Pennsylvania. They lost California. They lost population. How can you lose population in all these places? I think it's something needs to be looked into that somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm talking about for the first time in history, California.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
And at one point they were talking about taking California and splitting it up to North California and Southern, like
Yeah,
North,
2 states.
right? Because of so many people.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I just find it very hard to believe. But also, with this year, last year being the heart of the pandemic, you know, it was very hard to get people to respond back to that census. It was hard to get census workers. Everything was affected by the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I
Redo it.
really feel like we should redo it.
Redo it.
You know,
Recount. Yeah. Redo it.
you know,
I
I
don't think
really,
I don't think something right about it. I mean,
yeah,
the states they claim that they lost population all was Democratic states. Y'all didn't notice that.
Yeah.
All
And I
Democratic
think,
states.
and you're right, we should recount that.
Recount.
Joe
Yeah.
Biden should Congress should pass something to redo that.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
Anything
can't
with Trump
trust
name on
anything
it.
that Trump did.
Anything that Trump did. Yeah.
He was out of his authority and
Yeah.
asking to see it before the real people who do the numbers saw it. So Trump
I
was
yes,
agree.
wrong.
Yeah.
yes, because I don't trust him as far as I can see him, and everything that he did had an element of crookedness
Yeah.
to it.
Look up,
Yeah.
like you say, look around all the people who are around him who's in jail now. Okay?
Mhm.
Association bring on similarity. So
Yep,
if all them there, he should be as well.
Yeah.
yep,
What
yep.
comes around goes around.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
Mr. Brown. I was trying to find my deed, but Mr. Brown, yeah.
Julius, stop it. Please stop it. Because I can
Hey.
get a piece of paper and hold it up and say, I got property in Africa as well, Julius.
No,
Please.
this is real property, Mr. Brown. I wouldn't say it
All right,
before.
how many acres is
Uh,
it?
my sister said, I forgot. I got it. I'm gonna show it to you. My sister said, you can build me a house. Can you build a house build me a house on your land? Of course. She ready to go to Africa, so I'm gonna build her a house over there. It's ironic that states with a heavy Latin population lost numbers. They doing that to us. That's what they do. They saw that. Trump saw that, and Trump is screwing everybody. That was his biggest screw before he left office, to screw us with that. And we
Yeah,
weren't paying no attention because he was causing all kind of distractions doing something else.
that's
I
right.
saw a news item online saying people from California were moving to Montana. No, they ain't that damn many migrating to Montana.
No,
Who the hell want to
no,
go to
hell
Montana
no.
where the buffalo roam?
No,
Um,
that's big sky country.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
where the home
Well,
of the big bear, the big old grizzly bear.
Republicans are mad. They was
That's
cheating.
true.
Trump done told them that he was cheating by doing that. We got 15 minutes left. Trump was made the Republicans mad. They cheating. He cheating. The census count was off. Trump dummied up the numbers. And yes, you did dummy up the numbers, Trump. If you don't think that, sue me if you don't like me saying it. We
All
playing
right,
checkers while they playing chess.
only Sue Julius Hall and not Charlie Brown. Now I put a disclaimer on the Sue part. You
See,
can't
I'm gonna
have
be
me
talking about you on Saturday. Are you part of my sermon on Saturday? Yeah,
Hey.
yeah. You don't want to join the army. You just
Don't it?
want to.
Yeah,
Anything. Hey. Anytime you mention that gutless man, anything can go. Anything can go wrong. That's why I'm not on. I've been getting on his ass for 4 years. I'm like, whatever's gonna happen with him, and I ain't gonna say anything because I'm tired of being in Facebook jail. I'm just gonna let that go, and trust me, what comes around goes around, and he will be getting his, because everybody around him in jail, somebody gonna snitch on him, like what my man there, Rudy. Trust me, he ain't going to
yeah.
jail for him. He gonna talk. He gonna sing like Michael Jackson used to sing. Trust me.
Yeah, because there is nobody to give him a pardon. So
Right.
Yeah.
That's why if he could have given himself one, he would have.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, we're gonna spend our last few minutes talking on a subject that I know y'all just love. Who's running for Georgia's statewide seats? We're gonna start off with governor. Who y'all think running for governor?
Y'all think that Stacy gonna run again?
Stacy.
That, that guy's supposed to be running.
Who?
Some crap guy say he changing party. I can't think his name, and so it's not important. But I like them phone people. I can't think of his name. Julius might know his name.
I don't know his name. Which one?
He used to be a Democrat.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
Mr. Charlie, and you said earlier about you got to know the names, and you said that earlier. Come on now, what's the man name?
No, you're absolutely right. It'll come to me in a minute.
Okay, guys, we gotta.
Well, for governor, we got Stacy.
Wind it up because they're about to start.
Okay, Then we got lieutenant governor. Who's running for lieutenant governor?
I don't know. I hadn't heard. Have you heard?
I like to jump the curve. Lester Jackson running for Labor Department and the Labor Commission. I know that.
That's our last one, Charlie. Labor Commission.
That's what I know.
Yeah, but we got we got another African American guy that jumped in that race also, from what I understand.
Whoa.
And lieutenant governor, they say that y'all favorite mayor is supposed to be running. That's why he's acting the way that he's acting, the way he acting.
Running for what? Lieutenant governor?
And when y'all gonna do something? When we gonna do something about him? I am so tired of that goddamn man.
Herschel Walker running for something, but he's supposed to be running against Warnock.
No, that's federal. That's federal. We say state.
Yeah, we say state. But he might run for governor. Who knows? Herschel with his dumb self.
Man,
he need to just keep running the ball and just keep running into some traffic, running to the front of the truck.
He need to run his ass back to Riceville, Georgia. That's what he need to do.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly. Because he's lost credibility. I mean, he can only hope that them folks in these rural little areas gonna help him out.
I got a surprise for Mr. Brown.
What?
You hear me, Mr. Brown?
Yes, go ahead.
I got a surprise, but we're gonna go on to Attorney General. We got a couple of people that we can run for Attorney General. We need to throw their hats in the ring, and let's get behind them and let's push them. I like Tamara Shealy also. Tamara Johnson Shealy out of Savannah, but I think she's in Atlanta now. She ran against Warnock, I believe. I like.
I love it.
Oh, what's that?
I love it, Joe.
What is that?
Look at all distinguished.
What is that?
There it is.
Wow. That's a good-looking guy. I'd vote for him. How about you, Charlie?
I would vote for him. I'd move
you got my vote.
I'd move to Port Whitworth just to vote for you.
Julius, Desmond did the pictures,
Yeah, Desmond took my pictures. Go D&D Photography, Skidaway 5 Points, Skidaway in Pennsylvania. Desmond, awesome photographer. That's not the one going to be on the big 8x8s that we're doing. We ain't doing 4x4s. We're doing 8x8s. So y'all want to come? Alicia Blakely posted it earlier today, so I might as well post it. Alicia first and everything. So
I like the color. You know what's actually missing, buddy? I'm so used to seeing you in blue and white. That's a really different right there. You normally have a lot of blue on and a lot of white, the old school colors, Woodsville.
Oh, well, I got to make sure that you see what it says. You're going to be building a better Port Wentworth. Y'all get ready. But that's what we're going to be doing. We're building a better Port Wentworth. My papers are filed. So I ain't turning back. No matter what they say. My paper went to the Secretary of State's office today. went to City Hall and they sent the Secretary of State's office. So I will be in. Who is that
I'm
behind
so
the whole
go.
face car in his preacher suit? Oh
Yeah,
Lord, she's
it
my
is
James.
Jenkins' color. He
Don't
a
tell
warrior.
Jamar Torre that. He probably ain't watching right now, so we gonna get away with it.
He a old warrior.
Anyway, so we they're about to start. Nancy is behind the about
Oh
to
yeah.
strike the gavel. So I'm gonna let you all go and watch the show. And
Y'all
I
be
just
good.
want to let everybody know that we enjoy you all here. We're going to bring you the news. If you notice that every subject that we talked about today was a national subject, Georgia changed the world. On our last subject on who's running statewide, that's still national because it has those type of ramifications. And so Georgia did change the world when we elected those two senators. It changed everything, and it also changed the world with how we elected the uh, President Biden. But anyway, we'll see y'all here. Don't forget to tune in. We got shows all day Friday, 4 or 5 of them. And we got a special edition of the vulnerable communities, our monthly wrap up. Tune in Friday night at 8:30. Friday night at 8:30. Vulnerable communities, the monthly wrap up. We got an all-star cast with Alicia Miller Blakely, Keisha Gibson Carter, Bernetta Lanier, Leonard Smalls, John McMasters, Jay Jones, Julius Hall, Jamar Torre. We are gonna bring it to you and give you a monthly wrap up on what's happening in this in this
In the
in the
state of
city,
Chatham County, I
in the
guess, in
state of
Savannah.
Chatham County. So y'all
Listen,
be
I just
prepared,
want to say this.
get
Let me
ready.
say this before I get away. As always, thank you guys for allowing me to come on tonight. It's getting close to my bedtime, but I'm gonna step in White's the state, not the state address, but the message the president got. Son, it's good to see you, and try to stay out of jail and stuff like that. And I hope you the best of luck to pass all your grades in the future. And Mr. Brown, you take care of yourself and take that smoky shirt off because you're after dog. That don't mean you got to wait, dog. And Julia, that's a fine looking picture. I put that in my window. Nobody break in my house from now on. I'd be too afraid to come in. And y'all guys, Ivan Cohen, good night. My friend, you take care of yourself. Clean those old foggy glasses you got. They are foggy and old looking. So take care of yourself. Good night.
Okay. Good night, Charlie. Sandra, we'll talk later, baby.
All right, guys. Love you
All right.
guys.
Love you
Bye.
too, bro.